There's a kind of tired no amount of sleep can fix. It's the 3 a.m. hollow stare at the ceiling, the heaviness that greets you in the morning before your feet even touch the ground. You used to be all momentum, up late chasing dreams, waking up early fueled by purpose. Now it's like someone flipped a switch. You're drained, empty, running on fumes. This is burnout, and it's swallowing more people than ever, especially the ambitious ones. You thought your hustle would set you free. Instead, it handcuffed you to an endless grind. Maybe it's work, the deadlines, the endless hours that bled into your weekends until you couldn't remember what joy felt like. Maybe it's school, where you poured your whole identity into grades and GPA, terrified of slipping. Or it's creative burnout, where the art that used to light you up now feels like a burden. Could be emotional burnout after carrying too many people's problems, saying yes when you were dying to say no. Or maybe it's that deeper existential burnout, when everything feels meaningless, like you're alive on autopilot, watching your own life from the outside. Burnout doesn't just steal your energy, it dismantles who you thought you were. You wonder how it all fell apart. The simple answer, you pushed too hard for too long. But it's deeper than that. Burnout isn't just about overworking, it's a total system crash. Your brain can't keep up. Under chronic stress, the part that handles memory and learning starts to shrink. Your decision-making goes offline, and your fear center takes the wheel. That's why you're jumpy, distracted, why you can't focus even when you desperately want to. Your body's screaming for help, racing heart, shallow breath, that weight in your chest that never fully lifts. Modern life fans the flames. We live in a world that worships hustle. Rise and grind. No days off. We wear overwork like a medal of honor, convincing ourselves it's proof of ambition. But your body doesn't care about your grind set slogans. Work enough 12-hour days and your health starts paying the bill. Burnout isn't just feeling tired. It can literally wreck your heart, your immune system, your gut. It will take everything from you, and for what? Then there's social media. You scroll looking for a break and get bombarded by everyone else's highlight reels. Someone your age just bought a house. Someone else is traveling the world. Another person launched a startup. You were just looking to turn your brain off, but now you're comparing your exhausted, messy reality to their curated snapshots. Each swipe is a tiny dopamine hit, and just like a slot machine, you keep pulling for more. Meanwhile, real life, your life, feels dull, unsatisfying. You try harder to chase the next win, the next project, anything to quiet that voice that says, why aren't you doing more? Pile on a few years of global chaos, lockdowns, fear, isolation, and it's no wonder burnout is everywhere. We spent years on high alert. Now that the adrenaline is gone, we're left depleted, hollowed out. And if you're like most people who hit burnout, you blame yourself. You call yourself lazy, weak. You think other people have it worse. Why can't I handle this? Let me say this clearly. Burnout isn't a moral failure. It's not proof you're flawed. It's proof you're human. Even the hardest steel snaps under too much strain. Your mind, your body, they pulled the emergency brake before you crashed for good. Funny thing is, burnout usually hits the most driven people. Not the slackers, not the coasters. It's the ones who gave a damn. The overachievers, the perfectionists, the ones who never knew when to stop. You gave so much that you emptied yourself out. And now you're here wondering what's left. Here's what's left: an opportunity. Because burnout, as brutal as it is, also strips away everything false. It shows you exactly what's not working. It forces you to look at the life you built and ask, is this really it? Is this who I want to be? That's uncomfortable. It's also powerful. Because once you're burned to the ground, you get to decide what rises from the ashes. It starts with the smallest act. Breathe right now. Deep in through your nose, hold that, slow out through your mouth. Feel your shoulder drop even a fraction. That's your nervous system remembering what safety feels like. You've been stuck in the fight or flight so long that calm feels unnatural. But you can teach your body how to come home again. Simple things, deep breaths, time outside, stretching, even laughing. Tell your brain, we're safe now. Over time, those signals start to stick. Then comes the hardest medicine for a high achiever: real rest. Not scrolling your phone, not zoning out with Netflix, while guilt simmers underneath. I mean unplugged, unapologetic, nothing to prove rest. Maybe it's a day, maybe it's weeks, maybe it's finally using those vacation days you stockpiled because you thought the office would collapse without you. Newsflash, it won't. And if it does, maybe that's a sign you were carrying too much anyway. Rest feels terrifying because you're scared to slow down, scared you'll lose your edge, fall behind, disappoint people. But here's the biological truth. Your brain and body only heal when you're not pushing. Athletes don't grow stronger during workouts. They grow stronger during recovery. Your mind is the same. Creativity, focus, drive. They all come back in the gaps, not the grind. As the fog starts to lift, you'll meet an uncomfortable question. Who are you without the striving? Without the resume, the likes, the metrics? If you always defined yourself by output, burnout feels like an identity death. That's where the real rebuilding begins. Because burnout isn't just about working too hard. It's about building your entire worth on doing, achieving, proving. So what if you let that old self die? What if you decided your value wasn't tied to productivity? Who would you be then? Start by talking to yourself like someone you actually care about. That voice in your head that says you're lazy, worthless, behind. That's not tough love. It's poison. Self-compassion isn't weakness. It's fuel. Studies show people who practice it bounce back faster, take healthier risks, stay motivated longer. You don't need more self-criticism. You need more truth. You're exhausted because you tried so damn hard for so damn long. That effort counts for something. Now it's time to give yourself the same grace you've given everyone else. Then rewire what reward looks like. Your brain's been hijacked by quick hits, likes, notifications, to-do lists. To bounce back stronger, you need deeper dopamine. Start finding pleasure in things that aren't about winning. A quiet cup of coffee, a walk without your phone, cooking a meal slowly. These aren't distractions. They're anchors. They rebuild your nervous system. They remind your brain how to feel joy that's not tied to achievement. Rebalance your life. Not with some perfect 50-50 formula, but by actually checking in with yourself. Is your day all output, no input? All giving, no restoring? Start protecting small pockets of time that are just yours. Turn your phone off at dinner. Say no without a 10-minute apology. Guard your sleep like it's a billion-dollar investment, because for your brain, it literally is. Most importantly, use this burnout as a brutal but clarifying mirror. What were you chasing so hard, and was it even yours to chase? Did you build a life around others' expectations? Your parents, your boss, some imaginary audience online, or around what lights you up? Burnout's gift, if there is one, is showing you what matters. Because when you have nothing left, the only things worth rebuilding are the things that truly belong to you. You don't come back from burnout by becoming your old self again. That version of you broke. You come back by building a new self, one that's softer in the right ways, tougher in the right places. One that knows boundaries aren't selfish, they're survival. One that knows real ambition means playing the long game. And you can't win the long game if you're dead at 35 from stress. One day you'll wake up and realize you're excited again. That spark will return, cautious at first, then stronger. You'll have energy not just to work, but to live, to play, to be present. And people will wonder how you did it. They'll say, you seem different, calmer, clearer, somehow more alive. They won't know about the nights you lay awake feeling empty or the days you could barely get out of bed. They won't see the private war you fought to reclaim your mind, your body, your life. But you'll know, and it'll be yours, a hard-earned resilience, a deep respect for your own limits, a quiet, steady flame that doesn't burn out because you finally learned to tend it instead of torch it. So take a breath. Let go of who you thought you had to be. Choose who you'll become next. The comeback from burnout isn't loud or flashy, and it's slow, deliberate, honest. But it's real, and it will make you unbreakable in a way hustle culture never could. This is your restart. Build it wisely, live it fully, burn bright but not out. You've got time, now use it like it actually belongs to you.